Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and I feel like if I try to leave, then Matthew will tell me why are you leaving. But if I talk to him, he'll say, why are you talking to me, you should be going. So, I shall talk to him. Are you going to say so? I'm going to have a long conversation with green text, is that going to... Okay, I can't tell if I was supposed to tell him this. I mean, it doesn't matter that he knows, it's just, it feels like... Would he have asked me to talk to him if I'd tried to leave? Anyway, I know I shouldn't talk about this in these recordings because once they get uploaded, it doesn't matter. But I didn't realise when I updated my graphic style with the Eurovision reviews this year that it... Oh, there you go, green text right there. I didn't realise that it would... I knew it would take more effort to produce each review. I didn't realise it would take that much more effort. It would take that much more time. So... Now... Even if I have, more than one review to make in a single day, as was the case yesterday, which, recently we've had... yesterday, I think, yesterday was Poland and Russia and Estonia, and the day before that was Montenegro and the Netherlands, and doing more than one review a day really takes it out of you. Both time-wise and energy-wise, so I wasn't able to record this sooner, and so yet again, because I didn't batch record another, because Ocarina of Time Master Quest, I've recorded up to the end of the Water Temple at this point, and I haven't even started, the next episode that goes up after this one will be the start of the Forest Temple, so I've pre-recorded quite a lot of that, whereas this, I record comparatively nowishly, so I was paying no attention to that conversation, by the way, just focusing too much on what I'm saying, so we're looking for the light green house, and I maintain that house right there is really ominous. But yeah, so since this is recorded at, closer to the time. That is not light green, that is just regular green, you fuck. Don't tell me there's a task puzzle to get in, and that's how we prove who we are. But, yeah, because I record these close to the time, and they're half-hour episodes, and it's a more complicated setup with the Elgato and everything, it takes longer to produce, it takes more energy, it takes longer to edit and all that stuff, and so that's why the series has kind of fallen by the wayside, but it's still, it's never been delayed by more than a day at a time, so we have that to be proud of, and wow. Just wow, he's got the neutral wall and the neutral floor from Animal Crossing. But his cottage is very modern, very cold like his voice. But it suits him. Oh. Well, that makes even more sense, I suppose. So he's not just a neat freak, then. I'm not sure how I feel about the term neat freak, because it implies it's a bad thing to low-key obsess over cleanliness, but then again, I suppose if you obsess over it too much, then any kind of obsession is kind of not a good thing. I don't know. So, what are we going to... Well, I don't know how to commentate, because earlier today, I recorded the review for Romania, and so I've kind of expended all of my good words for today. And honestly, I would have recorded this yesterday, despite the fact that I did do 3 reviews, but I had the monthly bonus stream, which, for those who don't know, Oh, of course, he's like the Sans of this game. He knows how to play the way the text system works, but we'll just go in the order you mentioned them. But, yeah, on the first Sunday of every month, sometime in the evening, but at no particular fixed time, I do a live chat kind of stream with my face cam, and so you can talk to me and ask questions, and it's a nice little interacty kind of thing. But yes, so now we're finally finding out what happened to Crusoe Resort, and it does seem pretty much that he's corroborated my semi-theory that they were so focused on the development of the area that, yeah, they ended up polluting the lake, and that's why they went bank-ass-rupt. And, of course, the pollution kind of... it fed back into, it must have affected that elderly lady's crops over in that green corner of the, just outside town, and the diner as well has been hit by the pollution. And because they went bankrupt, they've stopped development, and so presumably the pollution stopped. And, that's why JC Valley is kind of their rival then. So there you go with that. But now the pollution has returned, but only JC Valley is here, so presumably JC Valley is The assumption is that they're causing the new pollution, or something, I don't know. But yes, tell us stuff about Sayoko, because even Dr. Robbins hasn't told us much about her. Just tell us everything you know, you fuck with the face. Well, I'm sure he does fuck with I don't think he would, actually, because he just doesn't seem the sort to be into that. Why am I even saying these words? Oh, she was worried about something? Why are you phrasing the question like that? Did you even know she was worried in the first place? You just know that she came to meet someone, and you only know that because she bought a burger while she was here. Which is a weird coincidence. So, she wasn't affiliated with JC Valley at the time, but then she became affiliated or something? Ah. Wait, so Jarring Thud Fitzgerald used to be Sayoko's boss, and then he became president of JC Valley or whatever, and then Sayoko came into JC Valley, and so he was her old boss, and then her new old boss? That's how I'm interpreting this. So he is pretty important then, but for whatever reason he's no longer around. I don't know if he's dead or just disappeared, but he's not around anymore. He's been replaced by Rex Alfred. Oh wow, that's arguably even more dickish than just saying that we were lied to. Holy hell. Well, you don't, like, it doesn't have to be one or the other. There is literally no reason why it can't be both. Because she can, admittedly, her kind of science does require full-time attention, but she was married, and since they're both scientists, yes, it would sort of halve their work if one of them was looking after Ashley, and even if they just take turns with it, so they wouldn't have as much time as if they didn't have a child, but it doesn't have to be a choice. So, I don't really see... This is kind of like the story of Breaking Bad, in that the story of it, like, it's really big and emotional, but it has one kind of really huge plot hole. And in the case of Breaking Bad, it's, if that were to happen in literally any other country, then it wouldn't happen at all, because healthcare. But in this instance, it's... You don't have to choose between your career and your child. You never have had to. It does have minor implications. Oh no, he's taking me into a side room that's... Oh no, and he's gone. Just, look at this, I could open a door and then fade out of existence. I'm probably going to dub in a sound effect over that like I did last episode. That was funny. And oh no, it's a massage chair. I don't like where this is going. Are you going to ask us if we get a flashback from your creepy massage chair? Which side are you standing on? Oh yes, there it is. Is that... Oh, it's a kaleidoscope. I saw that shape and thought something very different. Let me guess, a flashback? By any chance? Oh, that's pretty. Yep. Exclamation mark. Okay, that's just that transition and that colour makes it look very questionable when it gets zoomed in and distorted like that. My goodness, I have a filthy mind. To be fair, it probably is the same one. Just a thought. And it keeps changing proportions every time we see it. So in the flashback in real life, in that parchment-ass looking thing, it's a different shape every time. It's of an inconsistent length, as it were. And of course we're called back to reality, as is tradition. So, yeah, it is one and the same. That's a weird thing to get. Welcome to university, here's a kaleidoscope. Then again, when I was looking into my various university options a couple of years ago, there was one university where they were like, thanks for considering us, here's a pair of 3D glasses. And I still have them, just in case I needed 3D glasses for anything. Oh, listen to this. I twist the remote and it makes noises. Are you looking for the Sakura pattern? Because there it is. I don't really see how that was a puzzle. What was the purpose of this? Surely you could tell what the pattern is even without twisting it. Eh? Oh, right. So, she received it from her mother upon entering university. She didn't receive it from the okay. Okay. Well, never mind then. Wow, that's slightly racist. Oh, look, a Japanese girl. The first thing that comes to mind is a Sakura kaleidoscope given to me by another Japanese person. Oh, wow. Clearly they'll like it. I feel like we end up using that in a puzzle later, but it seems more... like, the puzzle I'm thinking of seems more like something they do in a Touch Detective game, and so I'm not sure if I'm remembering right or not, but there weren't any kaleidoscope puzzles in Touch Detective. Or at least not in the first two, because they still haven't localized the third one. And I am slightly salty that it turns out there was a sequel to Tingle's Rosy Rupeland, and they didn't localize that either. Because, I mean, the first one in the series got localized to Europe at the very least. So, fuck you, America. But it's a good game. It's quirky, but it's good. I wouldn't mind LPing it at some point, but I feel like my current recording setup isn't compatible with it, so I'd need a proper DS capture to do it, so that's gonna not doable for a while. And wow, just kicking us out of the house. I don't know why, but my commentary kind of seized up for a second there, because I read the screen and said words, we've been booted out of the house, and so what now? Because we found out stuff. We received the kaleidoscope, and wow, you walk about as quickly as the general public here in Newcastle, who walk frustratingly slowly. See, they're not as bad, though, as college students down in Hampshire, because at the college I went to, both when I went there, and also, even now, the students walking to and from that college, they walk so fucking slowly, it's aggravating, and the only reason why I'm still conscious of that is when my mother walks to work, she kind of has to walk more or less the same route, and so she ends up crossing paths with the students for part of that route. And am I supposed to go in because the gate's open? Because I don't recall being told, I don't know. But I'm telling a story now. Yeah, they walk so frustratingly slowly, and wow, you are very orange. You must be Janet. Or Janae. Hello. And how did we know her surname was Rice? And also, is it slightly offensive that the Japanese main character is written to have a best friend whose surname is Rice? Yeah, go on, bitch slap that bitch because we have a common thread. Oh yeah, because she's a cousin, not just... I thought she was going to say something really sassy like, I'm totally surprised, I had no idea you were friends with this bitch, Janet. Handbags at dawn, meow. What a happy coincidence. Wait, is this the last weekend of summer? I haven't been paying attention to any of the dates in all this. I just got the feeling it was kind of the middle of summer. Like, August, maybe? Well, like early August, obviously, not like late August, and even then... Summer tends to bleed over, well, certainly school holiday-wise, tends to bleed over into the start of September. With university, it pretty much doesn't start until like October or some shit. University term dates are ridiculous, and I love it. Now, technically, I suppose that means that we should expect that because she's not been able to practice, unless she's an absolute fucking prodigy, her band performance should be shit because she's not been able to practice, but because she's the protagonist and she'll take part in the contest, of course she'll be brilliant on the spot because she's the protagonist. And that's how these stories go. Hey, someone's finally noticed the earrings apart from me. I don't remember if I feel like I haven't been commenting on them because I feel like I've already pointed them out, but I don't remember if I did or not. Well, that seems fitting. But how much do those earrings cost if you had to work all summer for them? Oh my. Well, I like the teasing, but she could literally only be referring to Ryan, and then Elizabeth would call us out on that, so... No, you're a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. The only male friends we have are either mutual friends of Elizabeth, or they're... Okay, wow, rude, you are not the only person in the universe, you Sims Diamond Heart-ass bitch, how the fuck dare you? The only other friend we have is literally 13. As opposed to figuratively 13. Like Elizabeth, I suppose, because she acts like such a fucking brat, but... Like, how rude do you have to be? Like, oh no, mutual friend, stop having friend time with your other friend, I want to do things. How fucking rude is that? So now what? Because I feel like we're supposed to follow them at some point, but I am just not in the mood to bother with Elizabeth right now. So what are we doing? So once again, fade to black, explaining, except without the fade to black and explaining routine. Phone! Literally the only indication of progress that we could possibly have at this point, because... What? Otherwise, how else are we going to know where to go and what do and... New phone, who dis? Literally. So who be there? Why? We just spoke! Why? What? Why? What? Why? What? Why? Who? Why? Why would I want to? Your cousin is a female dick. And why can you not ask me over the phone? What, are you making some sort of porno and you can't participate because Elizabeth is your cousin? Okay, brain, fucking wow. Can you not? I've been speaking to Super Alex 641 far too much recently. Seriously, he has some strange obsessions that he brings up on a regular basis. Hey Alex, if you're still watching at this point, fight me. But yeah, that was strange. And how did she know that we would be the ones to pick up the phone? Also, why would you introduce her as Elizabeth's cousin first? Like, why would you say, she's my classmate, she also happens to be that bitch's cousin? So yeah, I was right then, we do get to head into their house then. Well, you'd be right too, because Elizabeth is a fuck, but oh yeah, we still have those on our person, don't we? I completely forgot, because she doesn't deserve to get her stuff back, so... I'm hungry, but that's because it's like 25 to 7 in the evening, and all I've had to eat today is lunch. Because to be fair, I woke up late, and then I had real life things to do, and it was 3 o'clock before I knew it, which is kind of not good considering I had a lot of work to do, but I've been working pretty hard lately with the reviews and stuff, so... what else was I going to say on that matter, actually? Oh yeah, I had 2 dreams last night. One of them was that I was kind of wandering around the city here, and I found this church, and I overheard someone saying, oh, they've got a free buffet. And so I went in to check it out. So I'm in this foyer of the church, and then I found out, oh, it's a free buffet because it's someone's wedding. I probably shouldn't be here. And so I leave. And then, when I leave, I can see in the very near distance there's a building that's on fire. And then I recognize people coming out of it, and I realize, oh, that's where my flat is that's on fire. And so then I worked out, because the position of the flames and like where the building was facing, I worked out that, oh, that there's no way that my flat is going to survive that. And so that was kind of sad. And then I had another dream straight after that I ended up sleeping in until 7 PM today. And, well, it's not 7 PM yet, and also end of chapter, by the way. So, once again, summaries, and we know what was missing because we did that silly puzzle. Yes, there was a salmon rice burger that you didn't even know existed from your bag that you packed before you got here. The plectrum case. Did you even check what was inside it after we got it? Well, then again, I didn't tell you to, so... the assumption is that it's fine. Your mother's old dildo that her mother gave her when she entered university. At least that's what it looked like to my filthy, filthy mind. See, if I were smart, I'd just use this as an excuse to end the episode early, but I'm not going to, because half-hour episodes, because this game is a thing that happens. This makes it feel like that this chapter was really short, even though it wasn't, because we tested the lake water, came back into town, salmon rice burger, found out about John Smith, found out that we discovered that garden area, got the plectrum case back, Ryan happened, met Janet, and now there's this. So, this chapter kind of, like, it feels like it went quicker than the other chapters, but I'm sure we've been in here for, like, 3, maybe 4 episodes now, so... That blur can only be one suspectly shaped item. Yes. Although there was a moment there where I was worrying, oh, what if she is talking about the burger? But no, she wasn't. Well, clearly because... No, I got nothing. Maybe she was projecting her motherly instincts on him or something, and... Oh, is that the only flashback question we have then? Well, evidently. By the way, this LP has gone on for like 7 hours. How? I mean, yes, we're up to episode 14, and every episode is half an hour long. And, to be fair, we've still got 10 minutes this episode to go, but the early episodes were like 20 minutes, so... Just, it doesn't feel like this LP's gone on for very long. Oh, as I recall... First of all, look at that chapter title screen. Tell me you're noticing what's happening with it by now. Just comparing it to the earlier ones, but also, as I recall, this is where the game gets really good. Like this is the point where, okay, we've set the scene, we know all the mysteries in the background, now let's really go full force and the story is kind of on a huge upward swing from here, and it only goes even further up as the game progresses, so... This is where good stuff happens, and I'm assuming this is the right house because it looks sufficiently gloomy and bitchy, and yep, sure enough, it's the witch's castle. Let my ass in, you fuck pancake. Padong cake. So, what is it we're actually wanted for? Oh wow, this... you know that... You know you've got a bit too much money when your, the front room of your house looks like a fucking museum. Oh, you don't really welcome me here. We're already in. Are you blind? Are they? I can't hear, I can't tell. And wow, that was... That was a weird camera pan, because we were standing in front of her, then we just swivel around and now we're behind her. Strange. I'm guessing it's probably maybe Ryan, or him. It could be him too. Close enough. Hairy Sands. Yeah, let's just all congregate in this front room, why don't we? Yeah, just get her out of my business for a while so that we can arrange things with Janet, because I don't give a fuck about your problems, and you don't give a fuck about mine, so let's just fuck away and talk to you never. Bitch. Now come on, Janet, let's go and be actual friends instead of having to tolerate this fake bitch. Ugh. Dear oh dear, I could go anywhere in this house, but I don't think it'll let me, so we'll just get on with the story. Alfred Residence. I feel like that could be a name by itself. Hello, I am Residence. Alfred Residence. Diarrhea. Literal diarrhea. Like, Elizabeth has had shit pouring out of her ass non-stop for days, and she thinks that Tommy will be able to help her with that. Ew. Why? So she does have a lady boner for him then, that doesn't surprise me too much. Yeah. Okay, that's slightly random. Well, if he has any sense, then... like her for her money, but not for her personality, but yeah, that makes about the right kind of sense. Like, she's a bitch, and so... She's not the sort of person that anyone in their right mind would want to be in a relationship with, surely. So, if you were to get into a relationship with her, it would just be for the money and the inheritance. And I'm not trying to be cruel about it, it's just that Elizabeth is an absolute bitch in this game, implying that she isn't in other games, I don't know. As I said, I don't remember where her character arc ends up, so I'm content to just say the worst about her and have literally no problems with it, so... We'll just go in here, and it's the bathroom, because she sleeps in the toilet.
The toilet.
As is befitting of a little shit like her. Oh, burn! Bitchy bitchy. Fighting bitch with bitch. It's very Peach. It's Peach, goddammit! Really? Well, good, let's get breaking stuff, because it's full of things you can't replace. I'm sure she needs a huge dresser to store all of her arsey personality in it. Well, I mean, that's not the first thing I conclude from the fact that everything she has is custom made. She's fucking loaded. Well, that's Latin for pretty queen, I think. Or... So, at the very least, Bella is Italian for good, and Regina is Latin for queen, so clearly, she's a spoilt brat with a spoilt brat personality to match. She's such a stereotypical spoilt brat. There's nothing else I can say about it. Someone needs to take a whole bucket of real life and just smack her over the head with it. But then again, I used to know a lot of people in high school who were this kind of spoiled. People whose family literally had more money than sense, and I just could not stand them. There were people who thought it was reasonable to pay £50 for a pair of jeans. Like, no. That's not fucking normal. I don't know if I want to talk about jeans because I bloody hate them. I do not like denim as a fabric. But still, my point stands. There are people from that school that I went to who, if they were just dropped into the real world without any contacts with their parents or whatever, they would not last a minute because they are just... ugh. Me? Better? Not at all. This isn't jealousy for how much money they have either. It's just... they were just aggravating people to be around because they were so spoiled and had no concept of the real world. So high school were some years that happened to me. Okay, wow, that's... Don't even try to compare me to her, because even though we have awkwardness with Dr. Robbins, we are still a legitimate family because he's not, he's earned whatever love we give him. He hasn't had to buy it, so... Anyway, I don't want to give Elizabeth emotional support. Ah, the emotional openings up of a teenage girl with father problems. Like, not daddy issues, just father problems. See, the thing is, Ashley's father is just naive, whereas Rex Alfred is kind of spoiled because he can't be asked raising a child, or at least that's the impression that I've got. Did she get shot when she was 3? Ah, there we go. No wonder he's buying her love then with expensive shit. Deary fuck. Well, given the way she acts, she kind of deserves it, sort of, because if you're just gonna be a bitch, then you're gonna be lonely, and acting like a bitch is only going to make you even fucking lonelier. She's spoiled and not very clever. So... like, she has this tragic backstory, but I'm really, really not feeling any sympathy for her at all. Yes, maybe she has it emotionally tough, but she's spoiled and she treats everyone like shit, so... why should I feel sorry for her? And I get we're the protagonist and we're faultless and we should be nice to her even when she's not nice to us, but no, fuck her! Dear oh dear. Maybe she was the reason why they got divorced. Her parents were arguing over who loves Elizabeth more. No, you love her more. No, you love her more. Maybe I'm alienating people by making these remarks, but seriously, I just... she has no redeeming features as far as I'm concerned. It's gonna take a while for me to get over that, and go on, let's break it. Let's break the last thing she has that means anything to her, because she's that much of a woman penis. It wouldn't surprise me if there is a story arc where we try to listen to it, and then Janet breaks it, and then we get the blame, or something like that. I don't know. But we've hit half an hour. This just sounds like it's trouble waiting to happen. So... wait, where am I supposed to be looking? She said the dresser. Oh, that's... Animal Crossing has taught me that that's an armoire, darling. So we'll just zoom in on this then. Yep, there it is, sure enough. But we'll deal with this in the next episode. So I have been, and will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons, and... I'm sure this isn't going to go wrong in the slightest, so, see you then.